Hi, my love, beautiful souls. It's Mystic Rose 1111. I'm back with you, bringing dark into light. This can be a channel message. Okay, so you guys, Mercury Retrograde started yesterday, July 17th. It goes all the way to August 11th, so the next 3 weeks we are in Mercury Retrograde. This is the time where people from your past are about to come back in, bursting back in, okay, to see if you learned some kind of lesson, to see if you cut them off, if you have fully walked away from them. There's other things that go on during Mercury retrograde as well. During this time is where a lot of things from your past, it comes back, okay? Some of you guys, it's gonna be coming back to haunt you. Sometimes some of you guys, it's gonna come back to help you as well. This is a time that you really want to make sure that you're relaxing, resting, taking a moment to journal, meditate, okay? And really be patient with yourself as well. Mercury retrograde also will make you feel like you went 10 steps backwards, okay? 10 steps backwards. So if you feel like you've been very successful and you've been feeling like everything's been going right, and then all of a sudden, boom, pause, and you feel like you just took these 10 steps backwards, it's because of this Mercury retrograde. Communication, delays, technology, traveling. Give yourself enough time for traveling and stuff like that as well. If you're, going on vacation, make sure you're checking your reservations, making sure that you get to the airport early, making sure that you, leave 10, 15, 20 minutes earlier, even if it's a daily travel. Give yourself time, okay? But most important right now, what I'm hearing with this Mercury retrograde, a lot of you guys have thought you closed out cycles and ended these cycles with people from your past, thought okay, well, you cut them off, you said goodbye to them, and you were truly done with them. But during this Mercury retrograde, is what I'm hearing is some of you guys have not been fully done with them, okay? There's people going to be coming back in. They're coming back in, and they're going to see if they can manipulate you, okay? To manipulate you to take them back or be a part of their inner circle. There's some kind of manipulation here, okay? I'm hearing a lot of manipulation here to see, they want to see if they can manipulate you again, okay? They want to see that you were really truly done with them, or that you truly were over it, because you said, oh, I'm done, I'm cutting you off, but ultimately that you said that you cut them off and you stopped ignoring them and stuff like that, but they come back in and you're forgiving them, or they want you to forgive them. Some of you guys, I'm hearing that you are going to forgive them this time, and then you're going to take them back and they're going to do it all over again. You didn't learn that lesson, so it's going to happen again. You're going to repeat that karmic cycle. Yeah, I'm hearing some of you guys haven't talked to this person for over at least a year, okay? So that could be the case too. So the last 2 Mercury retrogrades, they didn't come bursting back in, and now they're coming back in. Yeah, it's been over a year since some of you guys heard from this person. It could be 2-3 years. They're gonna come in and say that they changed, that they went through awakening. Okay, someone's gonna be saying that they went through some kind of awakening, or some kind of spiritual lesson and stuff like that. I'm also hearing someone saying that they're gonna tell you that they found Christ, found God, okay? They're gonna try and manipulate. It's about them having power. I'm hearing power over you. They want some kind of power over you. They haven't changed. I just heard someone, they haven't changed. Okay. Follow your intuition. I'm hearing during this time. Make sure you follow your intuition. So this could be a reason too. This person could have been locked up. Okay. So I'm hearing somebody could have been locked up, or they've left town, skipped town. Okay. They were gone for a while. That's why you haven't heard from this person, and now this person's back. This person just got released from jail. Okay. And that's why they could be trying to want to make something right with you. Be careful, because they just got released. If they just got released, they're not fully, like I said, somebody hasn't fully surrendered, okay? They're just saying that they have, but they fully haven't. Be cautious with that. This could be an ex-lover. I'm also like seeing like someone trying to add you on like Facebook or add you on like some kind of social media outlet, okay, platform. They could be also using a fake name, okay, fake email. They could also using some kind of third party to get to you, okay, trying to have you come in, a third party. So I'm just hearing like a freaking 3-way phone call. You won't usually answer the number, or it's like a blocked number, so then like they have somebody else calling you, trying to get in contact with you during this Mercury retrograde. They're gonna confess to you. I just heard like confess to you and say like, oh, they made a mistake, they did wrong, they shouldn't have chose the karmic, they shouldn't have chose other people, they should have chose you. Like, you're the one that they really want to be with, you're the one that they want to be a part of, they want to build a family with you, okay? It's not real. It's not real. They don't know what they want. They truly don't know what they want, I'm hearing. Okay, so during this Mercury retrograde, this is why you don't want to take this person back, okay? This is a thing, is if they do come communicate with you, or they do reach out to you, this is where you can say, well, right now this is Mercury retrograde, and during these 3 weeks I don't really want to make any commitments or really talk about this. If you really truly want to talk to me or have some kind of communication or really see something from this, contact me after Mercury retrograde and give them the date, give them a date. Because this is a time during Mercury retrograde, you do not want to sign no contracts, you don't want to start anything new, you don't want to end anything either. This is a time when you actually just go within and like look in the mirror, what's the word? It's like refreshing things over, so like you don't want to quit a job here. You don't want to quit a job. You don't want to start a job. You don't want to, I'm going to tell you this. You probably don't even want to get married during Mercury retrograde. Okay. And if you do end up getting married during Mercury retrograde, it means that you truly were meant to get married during Mercury retrograde. Okay. But you really don't want to start anything during this time. Okay. So make sure you know your placements. Make sure you know when Mercury retrograde is, when you want to travel and you want to get married and stuff like that. Okay. Or when you're thinking about like, starting a business or not starting a business. Make sure you know the whole year, okay? Because it happens 4 times a year. 3 times. Oh my gosh, was it 3 or 4 times a year? Hold on. Don't start any new plans or projects either. Hold on, I think it's 4 times. So you want to make sure like you're planning things out in advance. So, March 14th, 3 of them. Okay, yeah, there's just 3 of them. Okay, that's really okay, 3 of them. So, March 14th to April 17th, July 17th to August 11th, and then we got November 9th to November 29th. Okay. So, 3 times out of the year, you do not want to make any major plans. You don't want to sell a house. You don't want to buy a house during this time. Okay, again, you don't want to sign anything either. Okay, don't sign anything. Don't break any contracts. Don't do any of that stuff. Do before or after. Your intuition will tell you too. I'm also hearing this lesson, okay, during this time too. Somebody's going to be getting arrested. Okay, so somebody's going to be getting arrested during Mercury retrograde. This was meant to happen a while back, okay? Something was delayed. Somehow they hid themselves, okay? But this retrograde is what's making it happen. Okay, so somebody was on the run. They were on the run for a while. They're going to be found during this retrograde, okay? They have a warrant out for the arrest. If they don't have a warrant out for the arrest, they are going to get picked up with some kind of paraphernalia, some kind of drug. Somebody's getting picked up with drugs and going to jail. Okay, they could be already on parole, probation. They just violated parole, probation. They thought they got away with it. But again, this retrograde is what's kicking in the ass. They cloaked something. So you could be also be getting a call, okay? That could be why too. Wow, okay, so somebody getting arrested in during this Mercury retrograde could be calling you from jail. Okay, so that could be why. They could be calling you to ask them bail them out, okay, or help them out, or put money on their books, or come to their court appearance and stuff like that, come be there for them. But the only reason that they're calling, the only reason that they're reaching out is because they're locked up and because it's Mercury retrograde. They have nobody else. They called everybody else on their phone list. No one's answering them, okay, or no one wants to help them out. They want to take advantage of you because they know that you're a kind, loving, caring person, okay, genuine. You do try to help people out. This could even be a family member. I'm hearing you have the right to say no, okay? Make sure you know, having that chakra aligned, that sacral chakra, the solar plexus, say no, okay? You don't have to do that for them. Doesn't mean you're not a good person, okay? They need to learn their lessons as well. That could be why too. So them contacting you, them getting arrested, going to jail, calling you from jail, could be a lesson to be learned from. Because before, you could answer these calls, you could put money in their books and stuff, you could have done all this stuff to help them. And every time you help them, and this could be why Spirit is allowing this to happen again. Okay, it may not be the same person as before, but other people. Some of you you're always helping these people out. All the people that are always in trouble. Okay, you're always doing these good deeds for these people that never had your back. And so this could be a lesson of telling you, hey, no, it's time for you to freaking say no. You're not gonna, help them out. You're not gonna put money on their books. You're not gonna do any of that stuff. Okay, or you don't answer the call. Because I'm hearing also too, they would never have called you if they weren't in jail. Okay? I just heard that they would have never ever called you if they were not in jail. Okay, that's where I'm hearing like the three-way call too. They could also be calling you to ask them to contact an attorney, a lawyer, a bail bondsman. Okay? They want you to sign something for them. That's the thing, you guys, do not sign. Okay, do not bail anybody out. Okay, do not even sign it. Okay, even if you're not paying for it, because I'm hearing some people saying that they tell you they have the money. They have the money, they'll give you the money when they get out, or they'll give the money to the bail bondsman there, because the money's in their wallet. Something about money could be in their wallet, but they just need you to sign. Don't sign, okay? Because if you didn't know that, if you sign, you're responsible for their bail. And if they don't pay the rest of their bail, it falls back on you. Okay, that's when they can sue you. The bail bondsman comes after you. Does not come after that person. I'm gonna tell you that. I've been in that situation. When I bailed out my husband, when my boyfriend, I bailed him out several times. It was responsible for me. I had to pay the bill. He didn't have to pay the bill. I did because it was in my name. My name. So the bail bondsman would contact me, and I had to pay it. He said the thing he was going to pay me was a drug, blah, blah, blah. He never ended up paying it because he kept going back to jail. I ended up having to pay it. Me and his mom. His mom bailed him out one time too, or we both did, and she helped out with the last one. So be careful with that. Even if they said the money or they have someone else put you in the money, if you sign, if you're the one that's going to be the co-signer to sign for them, you are responsible for that. And you do not want to be responsible for that. You don't want to be responsible for that. Unless you're married to the person. But I'm going to tell you, if Mike got picked up again right now, I told him I will not do it again. I've already done it so many times before. Yeah, you guys, I've done it so many times. We've been together since 2017, a little bit on and off. He's been in and out of jail since 2017 when I met him. This is as long as he's been out. This year, it will be 2 years he's been out. He'll be sober for 5 years. I told him if he ever goes back, it's nope. I love him to death, but I will not do this whole situation over again. Okay, and you do not have to do it over again either. Okay, you don't have to. So even if you're married to this person, you do not have to bail them out. Okay, or even if they're family members, if they're your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, okay, your nephew, your niece, your daughter, your son, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. You do not have to bail them out. My mom didn't bail me out. My dad didn't get me out of detox when I was younger, or my mom didn't. They made me sit in there. And my mom made me sit in there for jail too when I got arrested. She wouldn't bail me out. I had to bail myself out. And she wouldn't sign. How did I sign? I think I was able to sign myself. I think my mom could sign. I think you can sign for your own bail if you have the money. I think. Because I think I just bailed. My mom didn't. No one ever signed my bails for me. When I had to bail myself out, I ended up bailing myself out $40,000, $4,000. And I had the money. And I think I was able to sign that myself because I had the money. And I was good for it because I had a job. So I was able to actually bail my own self out and sign, I think. Because I didn't have anybody else come in and sign at all. My mom told me no. She told me I need to learn my lesson. She said no one came and bailed her out when she was younger. You know? Oh, look at the pretty bird. Look at that kind of bird. Oh, I thought it was a white bird, but it's not. It's just a normal bird. Hi, birdie. So, yeah. You have a right to say no. And you do not need to feel guilty. Okay? You do not need to feel guilty. Even if it's your baby mom, your baby dad, your ex-baby girlfriend, boyfriend. I'm hearing adult child. Okay? I am hearing someone's adult child. Like, you could be the mom or the dad and somebody's calling you, say, hey, you know, I just got a DWI, or I just got picked up because I had drugs on me. Freaking, they put me in jail. Don't feel guilty about not coming to get them. They need to learn their lesson. Do not enable them, is what I'm hearing. Okay? I'm hearing they need to sit in lockup, okay, for Mercury retrograde. They need to sit in jail during this Mercury retrograde to reflect. That's the word. That's what it was earlier, to reflect. Okay, this is a time to reflect on their actions, their situations, okay? Do not enable them. Because again, if you bail them out, you sign, you're responsible for that. And most likely, I'm hearing they won't even show up for court. Because if they don't show up for court, then it's on you. They don't pay, it's on you. You don't want to deal with all that bullshit. It's not worth it. I'm hearing it's not worth your time. It's not worth your energy. It's not worth your peace. It's not worth your, you know, anything. So don't answer that call, or hang up on that call, or just have the balls and say no. No, you're not there to help. They gotta figure out their own mess. They gotta get themselves out of it this time. How are they ever gonna learn? How will they ever learn if they keep getting bailed out and they're being enabled and helping them out? How will they ever learn? They're not. They're not. My husband, I'll say it, my husband didn't learn. Every time we bailed him out, he didn't learn. He didn't learn. So guess what? God, the universe, put him in prison for 8 years. You know, he had to do 5.5 behind bars, and another 3 was out parole, but he didn't want to learn his lesson, so God, universe, put him in there to reflect, to get his life together, to get his shit together, to find God, you know. So this could be the time when this person reflects to find God. God, it doesn't mean you're a bad person or a shitty person, or that you don't care about them. Honestly, you care more about them by not enabling them and not giving into them. Close up the cycle of Mercury retrograde so you can move forward. Okay, so you can see your blessings, your abundance. You don't want them to be the ones that blocking your abundance, your blessings, because that's what happens when you help somebody out that are still going through karmic cycles and karmic lessons. Those karmic cycles, karmic lessons go on to you, and then you're blocking your blessings and making new karmic cycles, and you don't want that. So I hope this message helps. Again, just think it clearly, think it through too. Okay, if you don't want to be like, oh no, right at first, just think it through. Okay, weigh up the pros, the cons. Really look at it to see if it's going to be a good situation for you or not. If it's going to be a bigger and worse impact on you, you know, it's going to, you know, think about it. And it has nothing to do with this person calling him from jail. It could be just anything else. Because I'm literally seeing somebody now, when I'm walking over here, I'm seeing somebody calling and begging you to sign a lease for them, or help them with an apartment, or help them with a house, or help them with this and that. Okay, and you have a right to say no. Or give them a place to stay for a week, 2 weeks. So you have a right to say no, and say no. Once you start saying no, you're going to start seeing your life shift around you. Okay, your reality shift. And the reason these people are coming back too is to see if you're going to be stuck in this karmic cycle, in these karmic lessons, or if you are going to move into a different frequency, a different reality, shifting your consciousness into a higher reality so you can manifest at a rapid rate. So I hope this message helps. I love you guys so much. Love, peace, light, heal, namaste.